So, hello, once again I'm back on my old trustworthy Dell Alienware M17 R5 AMD edition. And today, like always, I'm recording locally, but today, just like yesterday, I'm streaming on YouTube live service, and as you will see, I will have a serious upgrade today. But before I will show you that, let me show you the system configuration first by using the GUI and then the terminal. So let's see the system settings. Here we are, system settings, about this system. Boom. As you can see, hopefully you can, Arch Linux, KDE Plasma 6.6.4, Wayland of course. The CPU is an AMD Ryzen 9 6900HX. The graphics are AMD Radeon RX 6800M. Also, the system has 32 GB of RAM and 2 TB of SSD storage. And before I will continue, let's make sure that the stream works properly by checking out the Vivaldi browser. Yes, good. So yeah, let's go back to the terminal then. Let's move it up here by doing this as well. Let's zoom in. I think that's fine. So yeah, as I said, Arch Linux, Alienware M17, yada yada. What I want you to take notice is that as always, I'm using the full native resolution of 4K. 3840 by 2160 at 120 Hz, and just like yesterday, no scaling today. Not zero, it's 100% basically, not 1.5 or 150, it's just 1 or 100 if you prefer. Anyway, the rest you can pause the stream or take a good look on the YouTube video later on, where you can also pause the video in order to take a better look to the system information. But so far, this is it. So yeah. So as I said yesterday, I have great progress with customizing the system. And as I promised, today I'm streaming at 60 FPS, full 4K resolution, 60 FPS. So let's check it out on OBS. Settings, video, as you can see, full 4K, 60 FPS. And these are my settings basically. I'm using the same technology hardware encoder for the streaming and recording, which is FMPEG VAPI H.264. I'm streaming at 30,000 bitrate. And also using MKV for the recording, the MKV file I mean. So that's that. Now you already know. This is the best possible scenario offering this kind of recording, I mean, or streaming wise. But before I will continue, I want to show you a great progress that I had today. I'm talking of course about the wallpaper jumping ability like I did on the rest of the Linux distributions. So here it is, without taking any longer time to show you. As always, you can do this from the terminal or using the keyboard shortcut. I will use the keyboard shortcut, and this is how it works. It asks you for the wallpaper number, and then you type the number. I will type 100 for example, boom. And just like that, I move to the 100th wallpaper from the wallpaper folder that I have pointed the script. And basically, let me show you this as well. Wallpaper status. Here it is, 100 out of 889, and this is the file name. And of course now it moved to the next one, so the status is 101. This for me is great progress, good progress. I wasn't sure if I will make it this soon, but I managed, so all going well according to the plan. Thank you Arch Linux people. So let's go back to the thing that I promised yesterday. yesterday I said that I will show you today, more or less having loaded the system with difficult apps, serious apps, and then I will load also a game, which of course my game is always, I'm not a gamer, I just play this one game only, it's Final Fantasy XIV. But before I will do that, let's see what is Arch Linux and why I thank the people behind it. So here we go, I will just use Wikipedia first. Arch Linux is an open source rolling release Linux distribution. Arch Linux is kept up to date by regularly updating the individual pieces of software that it comprises. It provides monthly snapshots which are used as an installation media. Arch Linux is intentionally minimal and is meant to be configured by the user during installation so they may add only what they require. More or less this is what I also did. I did like maybe Fizz, Vivaldi, couple things here and there, which of course I don't remember the exact things that I selected, but it was pretty minimal. So when I completed the installation and when I logged in the KDE Plasma session, I just had maybe like 10 apps, something like that. So I had then to keep on going configuring the system. But I have spoken about this in my previous Arch Linux videos, so I'm not going to repeat that. But trust me, I will try to do it either offline and have a camera pointed to the screen and try to repeat the same steps. Of course, I will not complete the installation, I will just show you the steps, which of course those steps led me to where we are now, more or less. And worst case scenario, maybe I will do it using the virtual manager. I haven't installed it or set it up, let alone set it up. So eventually either I will do it offline with the camera or do it on the stream, on the video, under virtual management software. Anyway, back to Arch Linux. Let's go to the official website. A simple, lightweight distribution. You have reached the website for Arch Linux, a lightweight and flexible Linux distribution that tries to keep it simple. Currently, we have official packages optimized for the x86-64 architecture. We complement our official package sets with a community-operated package repository that grows in size and quality each and every day. Our strong community is diverse and helpful, and we pride ourselves on the range of skill sets and uses for Arch that stem from it. Please check out our forums and mailing lists to get your feet wet, and also glance through our wiki if you want to learn more about Arch. And this is what we are going to do now. I'm moving to the Arch Linux wiki, the official one. And as it says here, Arch Linux is an independently developed x86-64 general purpose GNU Linux distribution that strives to provide the latest stable versions of most software by following a rolling release model. The default installation is a minimal base system configured by the user to only add what is purposely required. At this moment, I will just have to tell you this. Most people are getting scared when they are listening to these two words, Arch Linux. The reality is this. If you are going to be installing Arch Linux just by using terminal commands, yes, you have to know what you are doing, and even following the steps that they have on their websites, it can lead to trouble if you are a new user, regardless if you are a new Linux user or a new operating system user. So they have a script for that. That's the method that I prefer to install Arch Linux nowadays, which supposedly makes things easier. Even so, with a script, you need to again follow a guide, a video guide, some other guide, and still maybe you will have troubles. So yes, in a way, Arch Linux is not for the new users, but for the people that like to read, new users that like to read, that are not afraid to wet their feet, it's perfect. You will have no problem. Just take your time with it, do not be afraid, and get even your bottom wet, not just your feet. Or heads first, dive first with your head. Anyway, so far I have nothing but good things to say about the Arch Linux, so let's put it to the test. Remember, at this point in time, usually now the Linux distributions, either because the culprit was my Kwin scripts that I have been using, or those Linux distributions themselves, I will try to replicate the same function. I will load few heavy professional, so to speak, apps that also then added to that trouble. I will load also Final Fantasy 14 at full 4K resolution, the game as well, at 60 FPS, and then take it for a spin. Usually without disabling my Kwin scripts, the KDE session was crashing, applications were shutting down, the stream was going offline, and I was having my recording interrupted. So today, if you will see the same thing happening, either on the stream if it will get interrupted, do not worry, I will return as soon as possible. And also on the video, you may notice when you will be watching it on the YouTube channel that I have like a sudden interruption, and then I will continue from almost some other point in the future. Do not worry, do not stress, I will return as soon as possible both on the stream and the video. So let's put it to the test for real now. I will start loading the apps that I have on my dock. Usually that's what I was doing. I haven't shown you this, but the system is fully updated with the latest software, like maybe an hour or two ago, before what is happening now. So let's do this first. It's like the apps that I have on my dock, I'm using like every time that I turn on the system, I'm using these apps to do various tasks, not just related to the stream and recording, but those too. So let's see what will happen when I will be playing the game, I mean. Playing, streaming, recording and all that. Let's fix tenacity. Let's put it like this, I think that's good. Like the rest of the apps. And let's open a couple more or three or so. Let's open up Krita. I will also open Inkscape. Let's open Inkscape as well. These are all creative apps. Some of the best in the business, and they are free too. Are they as good as Adobe Creative Suite? Of course not, but it's free. So for the things they offer, these apps are amazing, just amazing. And unless you are a very high-end creator, I don't believe that you cannot work with these apps, or they are not good enough for you. I just don't believe anyone saying these things. And also Krita, Inkscape, and let's just open up LibreOffice Writer to be specific. And let's do my usual test. It's nothing serious, just a silly test that I like to do, like this. Oops, I didn't select the text. So let's do this once again, like this properly. Nice. No problem at all. Now let's load the game. I will need my authenticator code. So let's put it. I must admit that I have gotten used to my Lenovo laptops or any other laptop that has a numeric keypad, and having only the number keys above the text keys, it's like not my cup of tea. But anyways, still a great laptop. Sorry. So yeah, I will start through the hub city, through the main area of the game. One of the main areas it is usually occupied by plenty of other players that are playing the game, regardless of the time of the day or the day itself, if it's some kind of a red day, as we say here in Sweden. Anyway, and then I will try to move outside the town and have some combat happening there, nothing fancy. I just want to test if the system will crash. This is my first test, of course. So maybe I will know for next time, for the next Linux distribution, that the Kwin scripts are fine and doing all this is fine, or it was just a fluke that they work perfect with Arch Linux only. Because so far, like 100%, unless I was unloading and checking the scripts before I was running the game, I had crashes. So let's see. Hopefully all will go well. The fans are already spinning up, so if you will hear any extra noise, sorry for that, but I can't help it. So yeah, let me show you system configuration. Here you can see the FPS. So 60 FPS, no problem on a loaded area nonetheless. And now we'll speed up and move outside the town and do some silly combat stuff. Nothing important. But as you can see, I hope that you can see it perfectly. It's smooth. Very, very extremely smooth. And myself personally, I consider any game that I can play at 60 FPS my go-to option. Of course, depending on the game, you may need better, more FPS. But for me, 60 FPS is great. If I can play any game at 60 FPS, it's great for me. And of course, I'm talking about Final Fantasy nowadays, but in the past I was playing other MMORPGs or other games. But nowadays, I'm just a mono gamer, so to speak, and that game is Final Fantasy. But yeah, around this time, the game was not a game, the system was crashing, and so far this didn't happen. So maybe either I'm lucky with Arch Linux, or they have fixed the Kwin scripts, which regardless of what happened in the background, yeah, this is a good thing to know, especially for the future videos and streams and so on. Because remember, after I will do maybe 1 or 2 or 3 more new Linux distributions, new for me that is. Eventually I will return back to the ones that I have already shown you and check out what's their status. For example, I have on the target regarding new Linux distributions, Fedora, for example, the new one, or Ubuntu, however you wanna say it. And yeah, well, this test I considered great success for me. This is actually a breakthrough. No crashing at all, very interesting. Now I want to use the other KDE based Linux distributions once again to see if they have really fixed these scripts, or Arch Linux is that good. Very, very intriguing for me. Anyway, let's exit the game now. Trust me, the system is very snappy. I didn't do it, but I could actually expose like this and have the system handle itself very well. And yeah, very, very gladly surprised of this test. Well, maybe expose was the issue. Now that I'm thinking about it, you know what? I will load the game again. Sorry for this indecisiveness, but yeah, who knows? Let's try that again. It's like this. Let's just see. Maybe expose was also a culprit. I didn't think this through. So let's put it to the test properly this time. Once again, I will load the same thing, the same character, the same everything, and not just do some expose things and take it from there. The game, regardless of the computer, it's always like it takes some time to load to get to this screen, Square Enix screen. And I don't know if it's related to the coding of the game or the servers or whatever, but always takes its time to load, that black screen I mean. And this one, for example, I'm 100% sure that it's related to the servers, this one. This one I have verified with other gamers as well, but the black screen not so much. But I have experienced it myself, truth be told, I have experienced it myself in a wide range of computers, that it takes its time on that black screen, the game I mean, regardless if it's Windows, Mac OS or Linux. I have tried it because we have like a big circle of friends and family. I've tried it with plenty of people. So yeah, now while in the game, let's do the expose thing. Let's go like this to the app. Boom. Boom. Let's go to another space, another desktop. Like this. Like this. Yeah, no problem at all. Okay, let's do one more time. Expose. Yeah, as you can see, very snappy, very snappy, and back to business right away. Let's try to point it to LibreOffice. Let's delete this one, go back to the game, chuck, boom. This is a test. Yeah. Perfect. No problem at all. Just like that. Love it. And no crashes. Perfect. Now we know. Now we all of us know. In the near future, when I will be testing other Linux distributions with KDE Plasma, we will know that the culprit may well be the Linux distributions themselves. Or maybe the KWin scripts have been fixed and all we are going to have a great time using them. So which are the KDE Plasma scripts, the KWin scripts that I'm talking about? Of course, I'm talking about the ones that I believe that they are giving us God powers. Seriously, I love this. I can't say good enough words. I'm talking about mouse styler and remember window positions. Without these two KWin scripts, I feel like handicapped with any other operating system. Especially mouse styler for me personally, that's my own opinion, is that every single operating system should have this or a very similar solution to this one. In my opinion, if I was old kind of Apple company, I will have sellocked this already. I will have paid to the developer money. Nowadays they are a rich company. They don't want to just borrow the idea. In my opinion, they should pay to the man, or even better, hire him and take care of his future and everything and all that. Yeah, but I'm just nobody, so nobody will listen or take this seriously. Yeah, mouse styler and remember Windows positions. I always have them on my videos and the video descriptions below, the links I mean. So follow those links or search for them. You can go, if you are using KDE Plasma, you can go yourself, KWin scripts, get new, and try to search for remember. Here you are, mouse styler, remember Windows positions. It's like, just grab them and use them, amazing. So yeah, all good, perfect even. This was one of the finest tests that I have experienced in the past few months that I have been doing this, on screen and off screen. I'm so gladly surprised. I don't know if it's all the Linux updates, all the Arch Linux updates, all the Kwin scripts updates, whatever it is. Thank you for the people for offering this perfect, seemingly perfect solution. So yeah, this was it. As always, see you on the next one. Bye!